Alrighty. Awesome. Welcome everyone to a Black Sea Diplo game here between 7 players. It's a free-for-all Diplo game of players of different skill levels. I have no idea. Let me introduce the players here really quickly there. In the blue we have Conrad playing as the Portuguese. In the teal we have Webosugu playing as the Turks and also living in Eastern Turkey. Nice. In the purple, we have Taylor Swift herself playing as the Celts. Yeah, she's not only a fantastic pop star, she's also a Celts player. Yep, more you know, huh? In the gray, we have N3ST playing as the Spanish. In the red, we have Stoffels1211 playing as the Portuguese. In the green, we have Unkind Green? Okay, Unkind Spore is not awake yet. So, anyways, he's playing as the Ethiopians when and if he comes back. And then, last but not least, we have Saltvander playing as the Tatars in the yellow. Awesome, right? Don't you just love the fortified towers? They're cool, right? Yeah. I didn't know you would actually get something like that with Black Sea, but I guess it's because it's regicide, maybe. In case purpose would be really careful. Don't go too close to this town center now. They might still shoot you down. Oh boy, oh boy. Also, good to hear that your daughter's doing fine, Zergra. Sorry I didn't reply there because of the intro. I'm glad, and she's sleeping more beautiful each day. That's great. I'm really glad to hear that. That must have livened up your Christmas for sure. And how are you doing, Riley man? Are you gonna play? I will play later. Yes. We will play later. For now, I'm just going to cast a few games here. Some nice Diplo games. Really chill, really relaxed. And then later we will make our own lobbies and do some other stuff ourselves. And it looks like... Oh, Green's here. He's here. He did this. He tasked his villagers to berries. And oh boy. Okay, so Green... I guess he was AFK at the start of the game there. That might explain what was going on there. Let's see. I'm not hearing a lot of sound. There should be sound, I think. It's really slow. It's really low for me to sound, I guess. Hope to see you soon in some game. Well, I hope to see you too, man. Hope to see you too. We have looks like Green is he'll get his economy sorted out. I hope he does think about getting his king into a tower, because that's kind of important. It is a free-for-all Diplo after all, and players will try to kill your king, and after which you are completely dead. Now let's have a look at the player bases here, because I have never played Black Sea as a map. But you can look at the mini-map. It is actually a really well done map here. It actually looks exactly like the Black Sea. It really does. But like the Crimea right here. Even love that you can sail through this, so this little bay is not like disconnected from the actual Black Sea as well. Which also means that you can walk around the entire sea. So this is actually a connecting land bridge here between yellow and blue. So blue is not completely isolated, which is something we should probably talk about, because blue is kind of sitting in the place where, I mean, this would still be modern day Russia, right? I think this is where Russia still extends to, But yeah, he's very isolated. If you look at it, look at this giant wood line, the Caucasus right there. It's just basically separating him from the rest of the players. And I think if you play with 8 players, there will be a player here as well in this little corner. Which, yeah. Again, blue has a really nice defensive position then. You don't know the elo of the players? We can guess it. We could guess the elo. I mean, we would probably have to wait a little bit longer before we can really see. But I think... I think from what I've seen, I think Green probably the lowest elo out there. Alright, just for judging by the fact that this king hasn't moved yet, and the fact that the first villagers went to a mill, for berries. Those are some clues, for me. For the rest, I'm not really sure. I mean, yellow is pretty high scores already in feudal age, so he's probably doing pretty well. He's also already on stone. Wow, and he's done that without taking in his boars. By the way, look at that. He actually still has 2 boars. Hasn't taken them in yet. He's already in the feudal age. So that's pretty good right there. Blue is 850. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. That makes sense to me. Again, I don't know what the elos of players are. Like mostly players that join these kind of unranked Diplo games, they usually prefer unranked play. I would know, because I do go through a lot of these players' accounts. to find these kind of games to cast, right? And most of them are unranked. You know, most of them play a lot of unranked games, and they like to play Diplo. You know, and that's the account. That's the kind of account that I'm looking for because you know they're likely to play Diplo. Anyways, now I like Teal's position as well. You know, you're close enough to water where you can dock. You can easily wall off the right side and keep blue out. There is potential to expand down here if you really wanted to. And you're kind of, you know, you're on the edge of Anatolia. You know, you have a nice position. If you ally with Grey, you could gang up on Purple, for example, who has a more precarious position in the middle, as you can see. You know, like he's in between two people. And for Purple, it's going to be important that she does Diplo. Yeah, but I think for Taylor Swift, that should not be a problem. You just sing a nice song or something like that, and then the entire world lays at your feet, just like the real one. Man, if only this is the actual Taylor Swift, that would be hilarious. That would be awesome. Anyways, also Taylor Swift is also docked, so that's really good as well. Taking some fish in for some extra food, that's really good. Let me get this up so we can actually see what's going on. Great, we hold one side and trade. Ooh, so Purple is talking to Grey right now, and exactly, this is what Purple should be doing, because you're in between two people. You have to start talking to your neighbors, because if they... You know, if any of them attack you, you're just vulnerable immediately. So it's good that Purple is talking to Grey. And Grey says K. I'm assuming he's replying to Purple, not to Blue. I'm not actually sure who Blue is talking to now. Ally. A little row of houses. Kind of nice. And how you doing, Mauricio? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome to some Diplo shenanigans here. I mean, I like Red's position as well, as we have Grey fighting against a wolf, and he doesn't have Loom! No! And the wolf gets a kill. Whoop, there you go. Yep, that wolf, look at that wolf, so satisfied after killing that human being. Yep, there you go, all happily fed. Can get through the winter now. Elo. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. We think, like, I think most of these players will be around between 800 and 1,000 Elo, I think, on average. You know, like most of these players that join these kind of games aren't going to be much higher than 1100 elo at the, you know, from what I've seen so far. You know, because I do check player profiles, obviously. I just don't remember. Because it's so much to remember. And Yellow's heavily on stone. I'm fairly certain that Yellow wants to get a castle up. Let's see what the resources look like, actually. Yellow could almost click up. I think you need, if you add some more fish here, you should be totally fine. Oh, Yellow's actually stonewalling up the sides here. Wow, alrighty. And no, Yellow, don't gate that up. I think Yellow thought that was open. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling Yellow thought that this was open. That's why he walled this, except it's not. Whoops. It's a guess the Elo game. Well, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. The thing is, though, it's a replay, so I won't be able to check, unfortunately. That's the downside of replays. If you're spectating, you can see it, but not if you're replaying it. I mean, and you know what the fun thing about a game like this is as well, is that in a diplomacy game, Elo doesn't really matter that much. Often case, the players with the highest Elo don't actually win these games. It's kind of strange, but they don't actually win these games. As Grey is sending a villager into Red's territory, is protecting it with a scout as well. See that? That scout is following or defending, guarding this villager. So this villager here, I'm not actually sure what Grey wants to do with that. I mean, Purple did say hold one side and trade, but now you're walking straight through Red's base, as Red has built houses in a line along the map, edge of the map. Well, at least this is, he's not going to get housed, that's for sure, and it's also very space efficient, so I kind of like that. I like that. Good stuff. Look how clean this town is now. Lots of space for farms and things like that. Haven't heard Red talk to anyone just yet, so not a whole lot of Diplo from Red coming from Red right now. Doesn't look like he's at peace with Green though. Is Green actually allied with anyone? Oh, hang on a sec. Let me check that. Unkind Spore. Is he allied with anyone? No. And Blue has him set to ally, but Green hasn't responded. Oh god. Oh boy. So Green seems to be one of the newer, a newer player, or you know, a player of a lower elo, and he is also not allied to anyone in a Diplo game. And what is the result of that? Well, the result of that is that you get stonewalled out. Yeah, this is a sign that Yellow doesn't really trust Green, and of course not. Green didn't ally anyone, so that makes sense. Oh man, I really hope we're gonna get some nice demo shots here at some point. Imagine if blue tries to cross this with army and yellow's like, oh, hold on a second, and pops out with a demo from his dock and bam! On this crossing. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Hey green, says yellow. Want an ally, bud? Because green hasn't allied anyone. Okay, green, this is your chance if you want to live here. Because yellow seems to be the stronger player between the two of them. This might be your chance. You gotta talk now. Oh boy. Red closed the edge of the map so no one can teleport from one edge to another. Have you tried to make that map? Oh wait, I've actually tried making that map, but it you know, it worked. The thing is, there was a possibility that you completely glitched out your units. As Gray's actually dropping a market over here, so Gray actually wants to trade through Red's territory. He better start talking to Red then, because I'm not sure if Red's gonna be okay with that. Yeah, so what happened? What happened is that green, that is murder. What? What's murder? Who died? Oh, yellow sending a villager out the dock, and green is not happy about that. But green, you're basically declaring war on yellow right now. And yellow, he was trying to extend an olive branch, but not anymore. Not anymore. Also, green, you're so cute, putting a watchtower next to a fortified tower. That is adorable. It's like there's already a tower right there, and green was like, no, I wanted more protected. More protected. That's what I want. Oh boy. But yeah, so what happened? So I did in fact figure out how to make that map where you can teleport from one edge to another. I did actually do that. I didn't finish it because it's yeah, it's not a real good way to do it with one trigger, because that would be too inaccurate. It's fairly difficult. So yeah, I haven't found a smart way to do it yet. If I find that, of course, it will be easier to make a map like that. And maybe I'll ask the devs or something like that. The thing was though, I was able to break the game. Yeah, so what happened is I used scouts to test it. So you would run to the edge of the map, boom, and then it would put you back on the other side with triggers, right? The thing is though, that you use a certain trigger which sees if there's a unit in this tile, right? This tile, the edge of the map, and then teleports units from this immediately teleports units from this tile as well. The problem was, if you click units beyond to the edge of this tile, so the other side of it, as soon as it hits the first part of the tile, it already teleports. And if that happens, the unit will spawn on this side, but it will not actually have reached the point that you clicked it to. With the result that it will start running towards the other side of the map without you tasking it there. And that was the interesting part, because as it does that, there is no collision detection. So I showed this video actually, but so what happened is that the scout, it got teleported, right? It started over here, got teleported to the other side, started running to the left side of the map, and it literally walked through everything, through houses, wood lines, gold mines, everything, just straight to the edge of the map, then teleported again, and then it stood still on this side. It was the weirdest thing, I swear to God. I don't know if that must be a bug. I don't think that was a bug that they are aware of, because, well, I don't think many people have tried to make that kind of a map before. But yeah, well, I bugged out the game. It's fine if you then click the unit again. It can't go through buildings after that. But yeah, in that one situation, you can glitch units through buildings. And yes, I tested it as well. I made a little town in its path of an opponent. So normally it's walled, you can't walk in. I glitched it, right? And then I stopped the unit in the middle of the town, and then I was in the middle of my enemy's town. So you can glitch through walls and then just attack whenever you want to. I mean, then you're stuck inside the walled town, but still, it's unstoppable. It's, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. In any case, we have purple, purple also sending fishing ships all the way up to green. Not sure why those were there, but in any case, green, again, has been very, very adamant about keeping everyone out of his town. Yeah, so green, unfortunately, this is a Diplo game, which is not maybe the, let's just say that being aggressive in a Diplo game early on doesn't necessarily benefit the aggressor. It really doesn't. A phantom army. Yeah, exactly. That would be really overpowered, though. There's no way to stop it. I haven't actually tested if you can get attacked when you're in that state. I should test that out as well. This is so... It's such a fun laboratory setting, you know, with some weird stuff going on. Well, that doesn't look very peaceful now, does it? This does not look very peaceful. It looks like Gray is... I'm not sure if Red has already figured out that Gray is actually down there. Let's go and check that just for a sec. Well, Red is not allied with Gray, that's for one. So he cannot see this marker down here. He doesn't know that that's there. So that's why they haven't been talking about it. But Gray, evidently, evidently Red is not going to be allied with Gray. And it looks like Gray is not interested in that either. I think Gray just wants to boom his economy a little bit. He's an imp already. Wow, nice. And he's just going to start attacking Red then. Oh boy. Oh boy. What else we got going on? Well, Teal. Is Teal allied with everyone? We should probably know that as well. Because he's still in the... No, that's the wrong button. What's the hotkey again? F8. Okay. There we go. Perfect. He's allied with Red. That might not be the most helpful alliance here for you. Because if you're not allied with Purple or Gray, Purple and Gray are allied together. They are working together, so... They're probably going to start taking people out. And yeah, indeed, Gray says, I have to take out Red, and Purple says, I'll kill Teal. There you go. They're going to work together and take out the neighbors on their flanks. And I don't think that either Red or Teal is going to be that much of a challenge here for the Gray and Taylor Swift team. I don't think so. Why, says Yellow. Ooh, I think, yeah, what is Yellow? He won't ally me, he attacked me. I'm fairly certain that's a lie. I don't think Teal attacked anyone this game. We can check, actually. Let's see. KD for Teal. Has killed 1 unit, lost 7. So, okay, he's been fighting them, but he didn't really get much from his attack. And here he goes again. Here he goes again. So Teal is interested in attacking Purple then, I guess. Here we go. Yeah, so Gray and Purple are explaining to Yellow why they are going to attack their neighbors, because clearly Yellow can hear what they were saying. So I guess there's that. Does Red actually know that there's a military base on his borders? He does not. He can't see this. That's a spectating bug. We can see it. He can't. Oh boy, yeah. Slowly, Cavaliers are being massed. We have scouts being sent over to this stone mine up north, and Teal's gonna attack that. And Teal's happy about that. Teal's very happy. It's like, yeah, let's go. Let's rush this guy down. We got the villager. Let's go. I mean, it's a lot of scouts. It's, I mean, they're Turkish scouts as well, so you get an extra pierce armor, I guess. But, yeah. Purple's an imp. Purple is an imp. And Teal is in Feudal Age. I'm fairly certain that this is not going to be like that low elo Legends game that T90 casted, where someone in Feudal Age actually defeated an imp player. That was a crazy game. That's not going to happen this time around, I think. Green has made it to Castle Age, though. He still made a little army. I love it, though. Look at it. He's making a little bit of everything. We got an archer, we got a skirmisher, we got some pikemen, we got a scout. Gotta love it, man. Yeah, Feudal versus imp. That's not going to go well, is it? No. Especially on a Cal player who can just make a few pikemen. I think 3 pikemen could probably kill all these scouts already. Well, maybe not 3. Maybe 4. That's a better number. Yeah, well, it's fortified walls now for Yellow. Yellow's stone walled. Has basically fortified walled up his entire base already. So that's fairly nice. He has also walled this up. That's nice as well. Good stuff. What's Blue doing? Blue is holy castles. That's a lot of castles. Well, Blue's keeping himself safe with castles, that's for sure. Tato beat in Feudal 1, 1.9k elo player in Imp. I remember that Tato for a while, he did that, yeah, didn't he? Like, I've actually watched a few of those games where he just, like, refuses to go Castle Age and just stays in Feudal Age and actually beats people. It's crazy. And that's absolute insanity to me. And holy moly, what have we gotten here? Well, this went from 0 to 100 in a second there, as Gray rushes in with Paladins and eliminates Red by killing his tower, ejecting the king, and Red is out of this game. Red didn't say a word all game, has only been allied with Teal, and Teal is about to die here as well. Woad Raiders, these are elite Woad Raiders as well. Fully upgraded, these are the ultimate raiding unit. Well, one of the ultimate 8 raiding units. 5 pierce armor is pretty sweet, actually. And they're very fast. That's what the high attack, very fast, easily killing villagers. They are raiders after all. As Gray is... oh, the king! No, Teal! Oh, what are you doing? I think Teal's just surrendering his king, and Teal is down as well. Wow, we got Red and Teal dying in quick succession here, and this is not good news if you are Yellow and Blue, because Yellow and Blue, I haven't heard them talk a whole lot, and it's fairly certain. I'm fairly certain that Purple and Gray are gonna stick together for a while here until at least Yellow and Blue are dead. I mean, from a diplomacy perspective, that makes a lot of sense. As Gray is also going to stonewall up. It's going to stonewall up the side so they can finally trade along from one side of the map to the other. Here's the market for Purple. That's a really long trade route. That's nice. I wonder how much gold you get from that. We won't be able to see until those trade cards read Purple's market. Yeah, Teal's base is gonna be wiped off the map really quickly, and it just looks like Gray and Purple are in the lead here. The only wild card out there is Green, but Green has how many villagers? 26. Yeah. And Yellow is still attacking him, so Yellow is still gonna kill Green then. Yeah, I mean, there's no love lost between Yellow and Green. After all, Green did try to kill, and actually killed, a villager for Yellow, and Yellow has just never forgiven him for that. It was a diplomatic row if I ever saw one. No. But I haven't heard Blue talk to many people here. He is trying to trade with... Oh, it looks like Purple is actually at war with Blue. Yeah, Blue is not allied with Purple, and Purple has set Blue to enemy, or was enemy to Blue for a while now. So there's no alliance there either, and Blue is trying to trade with Gray's dog, but... So I wonder if Blue is allied with Gray, but not with Purple. Yeah, that's actually exactly what's going on. So you can see Gray... He can't see Purple, which means that Gray can see what Blue is doing, and he can tell Purple. He can say like, yo, he's got castles down here, he's got lots of castles up here. You know, like they could tell. That's why it's always important to know, you know, if you're allied to someone, that they're not allied to your enemy. Because if they are allied to your enemy, they can give your enemy all the information about your base. Which, of course, is not what you want. It's not what you want. As we upgrade, just continuing to wall up his base here. You know, made short work of Red's base here. He's even destroying the houses because why not? Why not? And Yellow right now is making Cavalry Archer. That is an interesting choice. Oh, I thought he was Cubans. Never mind. He's Tatars. That makes perfect sense. Never mind. I didn't say anything. I thought he was Cubans. My bad. The Tatars are the way to go, but I think he's missing silk armor. No, there you go. There he has it. I think you're missing the last armor upgrade somewhere. Let's see, is that correct? I think... Oh no, they still need to be heavy cavalry archer. There you go, that's the upgrade that we're missing. Yeah, Green though, with 26 villagers, hasn't made a villager in forever, hasn't added another town center either. I don't think Green is going to be able to stem the tide that is Yellow. So Yellow will be able to take control of the left side of the Ukraine. Because that's where he is. This is the Ukraine up north here. Very nice. Looks like we got some trade going on now between Gray and Purple. And I'd like to see how much gold you're actually getting per trip. Let's see. 179, let's go. Now that is a lot of gold per trade trip. That's because you're going from this market all the way to this market, to these markets down here. That is some great value for your trade right there. Blue and Yellow won't ally me, says Taylor Swift. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not sure why Blue and Yellow aren't allying Purple. It might be because Purple is, or was until a second ago, the top scorer. Actually, Blue is the top scorer right now. Looks like Blue is trading with Yellow, though. They haven't really talked. And Gray now says, okay, Blue first. So there you go. Gray and Purple are going to stick together. They are best buds here. They are... You know, I mean, it's Gray is definitely like, yo, I'm in a relationship with Taylor Swift now. I'm not gonna break that up, for sure. But yeah, as a result, the Taylor Swift N3SC team are going to go for another kill right now, and it makes sense. It makes sense to go for Blue because that is on your side of the pond as well. As Blue is still trying to trade here with Gray, it looks like Purple is not stopping that right now. Also walled up this little choke point here. There's lots of choke points here in Black Sea. This really reminds me of Aral Sea, of Mediterranean, Baltic, you know, and as kind of maps, you know. Lots to see, little land, you know. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Look at this. Yellow made a little box for his trebuchets to sit in so he can continue to trap down green space, and green can't do anything about it. He can't send in any of his melee units to kill these traps. Has to use skirmishers of all things, which do 1 damage to these because they have 150 pierce armor. And how are you doing it, Sham? Good to see you, man. Good to see ya. Welcome to this Diplo game. I mean, I remember doing this as well, actually. Like, you know, you just because you want to keep your traps safe while you get into someone's town, so you keep walling around your traps like that. I'm good too. I'm good too. Yeah, just chilling a little bit, casting a bit, and then later we'll probably play a bit. That will be less chill, but more hard work on my part. But that's fine too, of course. I'm assuming that you'll be around for that one as well, of course, because we'll play some lobby games. Yeah, as green is slowly making his way into green. I mean, yellow is slowly making his way into green's town. Can easily snipe this king. Oh, but green though, ejecting it. And green, please tell me that you noticed that. Well, I'll be happy if you're there. And oh, this is the end for green as the yellow sends in the Kashyyyks and the king goes down. Green! Oh, green, come on. You gotta garrison this. I mean, yellow, at this point, just send in the Kashyyyks. That doesn't matter. Just kill the king. You're dead. It's fine. Oh, I think green is... you know what I think? I think green doesn't really understand the concept of regicide. Because otherwise, he's running with villagers right now. Otherwise, he would have run with his king as well. Yeah, and there goes green. GG to green, and Unkind Sport is at this game as well. As you can see, like, look, he was trying to run down here. He was trying to run away, trying to run to the south to get away from yellow. The thing is, though, you have to bring your king, because if you lose your king, you are out. And how you doing, Fidel Castro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome to a Diplo game, in which only 4 players remain for now. 2 strong alliances, and I wonder how that's going to go. Looks like blue's still trading, but that's not going to last very long. Are you ready to rank? Are you ready to rank? Well, I'm kind of chilling right now. Kind of chilling. Maybe later. I mean, for sure, this is not gonna last long. I think blue knows as well. Blue is making some navy here, but yeah, it's too late. It's too late. The navy for purple is here. Navy for purple is here, and there you go. Well, blue should be able to make a lot of warships as well. He hasn't been finding anyone this entire game, so he's got lots of resources banked up. Also has Fatorias, I think. Has a lot of Fatorias, correction. How many pop do you have? 200. 250. Nice. Nice. But yeah, I mean, blue is going to lose all his trade, and purple says we attack because they want to start attacking. Blue as we're having some Celt siege being sent forward. Gray says yes, has walled up the left side, so they will be protected from this side as well. The trade is fairly protected. Was running from green ship. Send it near to your castle. Not sure what we're talking to. Who yellow is talking to here, but oh well. Oh, well, as yellow is also at war with purple then. Look at that. Yellow is also being attacked by purple. So I think that purple and gray consider blue and yellow to be a team. Therefore are declared war on both of them. And yellow's like, hey, Purp, what gives? Why are you attacking me all of a sudden? And purple backing up a little bit. Okay. Funnily enough, there's still some gray trading ships going around here as well. As purple now bringing out the Celt cannon galleons. Wait, if you're Spanish, that's... no, you don't get that bonus. Spanish do get that bonus, of course. If Gray wants to make some cannon galleons, they'd be the best cannon galleons in the game. Very strong. Very difficult to kill with 15 range, and they attack way faster than normal cannon galleons. As we have lots of caravels being produced here and being made out by blue, as he's making himself ready for a nice long battle on water. As purple, don't lose your cannon galleons; they're still expensive. At the same time, though, gray and purple clearly want to go for a little attack down through this wood line. Wouldn't surprise me if they're gonna try to cut through this. Did they bring out some onagers already? Not seeing any onagers. If they want to go through land, they have to break through over here, which I think is not a smart idea because that's a lot of coastline to walk past. Population is 250. 250 pop. But if you want to see the total population, that will be right here. Pop for blue is 235, fairly good, but that's also Victoria's, of course. Pop for purple is 250, so purple is max, is pop capped right now. Pop cap, not sure how many villages he has. He has 171. Well, it's a great economy that purple has, actually. Great economy. One villager castle, gotta love it. As here come the Celts trying to go along the coast, but the thing is, if you want to do that, you need to bring your navy over as well. Bring your navy over, but that's not going to work right now because blue is winning water. Caravels are insane. They have extra pierce armor. They have a lot of HP. Yeah, as Gray says, I will cut through. Yes, yes, that's exactly what you should be doing here because this is not going to work. This is not going to work because as soon as blue notices this, he's going to send his navy all over here and he'll know. As purple's units were blocking this ram. Yeah, see how difficult it is to get your units through here. It's almost impossible. So here's the ram. I mean, it will probably get to the fortified wall if blue doesn't notice it in time. Which, not seeing any reaction. Blue is still busy fighting on this side. What is yellow doing, actually? Yellow is happily taking all the resources on the left side. This is smart. This is smart. There's a lot of resources that red and green didn't take. It's probably a good thing for yellow to bank those for later. Because he probably knows that purple and gray are working together. It wouldn't surprise me if yellow and blue will have to work together here. I think they will have to. As blue tried to repair the walls, but nope. As, ooh, nice little quick wall there with a house, but that shouldn't last too long. But long enough for blue to bring out some more organ guns to reinforce a little bit here. The gate will still funnel these units to the left. There's a castle there as well. I think blue's going to be fine here. He's going to be fine. Gonna be fine, but he should be attentive now to the possibility of someone cutting through. And look at that, gray is doing it. He's doing it. So even though blue is still trading with gray, yeah, blue is still trading with gray. Gray is about to betray him, making a nice little hole here for the paladins to run through. Spanish paladins, just fully upgraded generic paladins. They're still paladins though, and you know, paladins are paladins. Even Celt paladins are pretty good. If you were here 2 days ago, you'll know. That was fun. You know, it's like I had so much gold and food with Celts. You know, I was like, why not just go paladins then? I mean, why not, right? Now, yellow's sending out a lot of villages, but the thing is, yellow's not really joining the fight right now. It's pretty much blue on his own right now, as blue is trying to defend himself against these woad raiders. He's getting overwhelmed a little bit here. What's the vill count for blue right now? It's 45 villagers only. He's relying a lot on Victoria Eco, even though there's still a lot of resources on the map. And as long as there's rest on the map, well, as long as there's still resources on the map that other players can take, Victorias are just going to be worse at giving you eco. That's great. Don't kill it. Oh, and the gate gets opened by the organ gun, but Gray wasn't paying attention to that. Okay, he could have run straight in right here, but I think maybe not. Wouldn't be the best of ideas with all these castles there. But now they'll just bring out the bombard cannons, and here we go. Blue is massing a lot of organ guns, has plenty of castles to produce them from, so he's quickly switching into land economy. But as he is doing that, he's going to start losing water again. I mean, this is only natural, right? Like, if you have to deal with land military and you have to make land military yourself, you're going to fall behind on water. And this is probably where yellow should join the fray. I mean, yellow not helping here is not good ultimately for yellow. Because think about what happens. As soon as blue dies, and I'm pretty sure that blue... I mean, he might hold on to get on land here for a second, but now water is going to be lost. And yeah, your shores will just get bombarded again. So, and no trade. If blue falls, yellow will be standing on his own. And I'm fairly certain that purple and gray, they've been buddies for all this time. They're not just going to betray each other and immediately start fighting each other and leaving yellow alone. They're probably going to fight yellow first. I mean, that was what I would do if I were in their position. As paladins are being spammed in here to try to get some kills, but more importantly, gray taking out those Victorias, making sure that blue will be out of resources. You know, you see that blue is banking a lot of resources here, but doesn't have a lot of wood, doesn't have a lot of gold. So killing these Victorias here is a big deal. It's a big deal. This is a very expensive thing. And also, I love it. Look at that. Gray, he's converting them. He's converting them. Gray's like, those are some nice resource buildings you got there. I'll happily take those. We have some Woad Raiders being sent in right now as well. Yeah, that's a lot of organ guns, and organ guns are actually pretty tanky. They're actually pretty tanky. They have 70 HP, you know, decent armor, lots of attack, decent range as well. Trust me, those are pretty good organ guns. If you have a lot of them, that is. Hard to stop. Yeah, as the shore is being bombarded, and oh, here comes the cavalry. Alrighty, so yellow is going to send in some help now on the right. Let's see, I mean, he can't possibly be wanting to attack blue now as well. I can't imagine that yellow would do that. I mean, yellow is, you know, he's bottom score of the 4 remaining players. I don't think he can afford to attack blue right now, because he would never beat purple and gray on his own. He has to help blue here. Has to help blue. From a diplomacy perspective, that's the only decision that makes sense. As gray now has 3 Victorias. Well, alrighty then. Does it actually give you res as well? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Look at that. Look at that. He's getting resources from the Victoria as well. Castle the Knight. Nice. Bombard cannons down. Ooh, gray. You need to be careful with your bombard cannons there. There's 2 bombard cannons down. Still expensive. So the Kashyyyks are being sent in. And it looks like yellow is going to join the fray here. Well, I mean, gray and purple are at war with yellow as well. So this makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense here. Let's see if he's also thinking about attacking on the left side, but there's some castles going up right now. Yellow probably also aware of the possibility of an attack across land on this side. You know, of course, that's where gray lives, and he can see that. The immediate problem here, though, is the navy for purple. Purple has a giant navy right now. No one has water control but purple. But who, yellow? Are you going to try to stop that now with some archers? Let's go. Don't collect anything. Siege engineers would be very nice on these. Let's go. Shots. Wow, it does absolutely nothing, does it? Wow. That's not actually as good as I hoped it would be. Yeah, you just spread up the ships and it rarely does anything. That's a lot of onagers that are going down here. And the thing is, yellow can't really reinforce blue if he can't control this little land bridge. And right now, it is purple who's controlling this. And purple, all he has to do is bring out some cannon galleons and he can start bombarding the shore again. At the same time, we have some fights over here as yellow is now taking down these Victorias, which were once blues, but gray converted them. Yeah, Kashyyyks are... they're an okay unit. But paladins will easily beat them still. You know, Kashyyyks are no match for paladins. Yeah, the only good thing about Kashyyyks is that you get some extra gold while fighting with them. As you can see this gold trickle right there. That's the Kashyyyks. There's blue. Don't send out your traps. That is 800 wood and 800 gold right there. Oh, blue. Nope. He's walling this up as well, but the gray is like, that's nice. There's a lot of wood I can cut through here. And so this wall does absolutely nothing anymore. And, oh, great shot on the cavalry archers as well. Another shot. Bam. Another shot. Bam. I'm not going to click anything because I'm afraid that it will crash. I'm afraid that it will crash. Oh boy, the paladins making their way further and further into blue's economy. And blue's economy is already, yeah, how shall I put it? Not good. 19 villagers right now. Blue, yeah, the thing with Victoria economy is if you lose your Victorias, you lose your economy. And it's going to be really difficult to rebuild that. And as you can see, blue just doesn't have the eco to produce much. Doesn't have the eco to produce much. Look at that, no wood. That's gold though, but that's about it. As yellow is firmly fighting right now in the corner for blue. Like, of course, yellow is fine fighting over here because at least it's in blue's base, not his. Actually, where's blue making villages right now? Blue is still making villas. Did he relocate his villagers? No, he did not. I think maybe it's time to run some villagers, maybe to yellow's economy. Maybe to the left side is very... holy moly, what a base. Look at that. That's a cool base. Has towers, fortified walls. All the barracks are in like are all symmetrical and square-like. I love it. Just look at that. That's a pretty military base right there. And that's cool. And actually, if yellow thinks about attacking on the left side, there's not a whole lot of defenses on this side, actually. If you can push through to this little bridgehead, you can actually threaten gray and purple on the mainland, which they're not really that protected. I mean, this is where gray's king is, and purple's king is still in his tower. Hasn't even moved it since the start of the game. So I'm telling you, there is definitely a possibility of maybe going for a snipe or something like that. I think blue could probably try to do that. You know, like dock on the left side of the Mediterranean, like right here, dock here. Get some traps, right? Get some traps. Go across the go across the Black Sea, and boom, there you go. He has to make carros y deshumanos. What does that mean? Carros y deshumanos. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. What does that mean? And so yeah, Yellow's still trying to protect him, his buddy, as good as he can. Halberdiers, of course, will eventually kill Paladins, but the thing is, Tatar Halberdiers, worst in the game. Worst Halberdiers in the game. Those are the two main roads in every military base. Oh, I see, I see. I didn't know that. Interesting. 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 You should probably go and do that then. I just like the military base because of how symmetrical it is. I remember, you know, as when I played this, you know, as a kid, you know, when I didn't really know how to play the game properly, like, that's exactly what I would try to do. And then, you know, I would build a bunch of each building, but then not actually produce from it because it just looked nice. It's nice to have it. Romans made the first military bases like that. Yeah, Romans were pretty good like that, with the, you know, the standardized base layout. You know, you could build a base like that anywhere. Square base, very organized. I mean, that was really the key of the strength of the Roman army, was their organization, for sure, for sure. As you can see, the Halberdiers just dying so quickly, so quickly. You'd say Halberdiers is the way to go, but I think Camels would have been much better here for the Tatar player, because at the very least, Camels get the armor upgrades, so they are much better against the Paladins. Heavy Camel here, not Halberdier. Halberdier, of course, also dies the Woad Raider. That's also why. So. And looks like Blue's base is forfeit. Blue's base is done for as Yellow realizes that it's over, sending some villagers now to wall up the little choke points here, and there you go. There's 4 layers of walls right now. Yellow also is using traps against ships right now. If you were really smart, right, you'd wall horizontally as well to make sure that this navy can't get into your base, as Blue is transporting with a few refugees from his base. Blue's population right now is 15 villagers, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. 15 villagers and a king. This is it. This is Blue's entire country. And these villagers right there. Not actually sure where his king is. Let's check that. We can actually check that. Let's see. Where's the king? Right there. Okay, so Yellow has Blue's king right now. So Blue is completely surrendering to Yellow at this point. Let's see what Yellow's king is. Yellow's king is fairly safe. Like, Yellow has played this before, man. Look at that. Bombard cannons, castles surrounded by walls. This is a very safe place to keep your king. So it's very difficult to snipe that. Let's just make sure then that we know where Purple's king is as well. I think it was in the tower. Yep, it was. And then for Gray, this castle. Okay, so Gray's king is very safe right now. Yeah, I thought it was here, but I guess that was a decoy then. Yeah, that's a decoy. It's right here. Very nice. As yeah, Purple and Gray have conquered the eastern side of the Black Sea, and are going to be pushing across this now and attack the main base of Yellow. Which Yellow, of course, was happy to fight in Blue's base and let Blue take the punches, but now don't know about that. As Yellow is slowly inching towards Gray, but Gray, I think Gray figured it out. Can Gray see this, actually? Like, what can Gray see here? Oh, Gray can see all of this because of his outpost. Yellow thought he was being sneaky, right? He thought he was being sneaky, but Gray could see this, and Gray now knows all about this. He's also scouted this, I guess, at some point. So yeah, Gray knows about this, and he's preparing a defense right here. So Gray's going to be defending the left side, and Purple will be trying to push the right side. And then the nice part is it's fairly easy for Gray to push across this right now, because, again, Navy control is for Purple. As Purple is also transporting some villagers on this side. Probably a good thing for Yellow that there's not actually a hole here, because otherwise this gate would have been ramped down right now. As, yep, there you go. The Woad Raiders into the rams, and choo-choo, let's go. Let's take down this fortified wall. And so it begins, the siege of Fort Saltvender in the Ukraine. I mean, that wall's gonna go down really quickly here. I hope that, yeah, yellow is also still fortified walling this up as well, so he's definitely giving himself a lot of map control. Should wall this as well, then I guess that's probably what he's gonna do right now. But he's gonna have to deal with this. He's gonna have to deal with this as the castle goes up over here right now. Gold lost, and here comes the siege. The main wall is right there. Lots of camels this time, though. This is good. This is good. That's much better than halberdiers. This camels will actually kill these paladins. And then you have cavalry archers to kill the Woad Raiders. That's good. This is very good. And yellow is not happy about this castle being built in his backyard. Is saying no to this. Screw that. You're gonna leave right now. And yep, the villagers are gonna go down. Castle will go up though. Ooh, it's so close. It's so close. Purple is still trying to get it up. 90%, 95. It's a doubt castle. Doubt. That's a doubt castle. You saw that purple was still trying to finish it, but yeah, that will just have to be finished some other time. Although yellow is like, well, let's just go and trap that down, shall we? Very nice. This purple is swinging the other way around to see if there's some more places he can bombard with on the shore. There's not actually that much you can bombard on the shoreline right now. Cannon galleys won't actually help you that much here, because most of yellow's base is all the way down here. That's where the majority of his economy is. Now, did you know, by the way, what blue could do for yellow here? See, blue is making a lot of Victorias himself. What he could do is build Victorias, right? Build Victorias down here. Then yellow should set blue to neutral, convert those into Victorias, and then after that, just be allied again. And then yellow gets some free Victorias as well. You could do that, actually. You could, in theory, right? In theory, you could do that. As the heavy camels are chasing some Woad Raiders over here. I'm not sure where the Woad Raiders are going. Lots of Woads. Lots of Woads. I think Camel Organ Gun would have been a much better combination than last time. As we have Grey. Oh, Grey though taking the initiative is like, oh, that's all nice that you got this little Roman base on this side, but nope, we won't do that. And Grey is slowly taking out this base. And yeah, yellow, if he was thinking about maybe attacking Grey from this side, that is probably not going to happen now. And it's all coming back to the fact that Grey built an outpost there at the start of the game. If he hadn't built that outpost there, he wouldn't have been able to see what yellow was doing there. I wouldn't have been able to react to that. You can't do that. Well, I know you can convert your enemy's Victorias, because Grey right here converted blue's Victoria. So technically you should be able to do that. Right? I mean, Grey already converted it, so if you have redemption, Tatars don't have redemption. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Okay, then they indeed can't do that. That's true. I didn't know that. Ah, man, redemption is such a big one, a big monk upgrade to not have, man. Like basically, if you don't have redemption, your monks immediately lose one of the 3 things they can do: heal, convert units, and convert buildings. And siege. It's like, oh yeah, pick up relics. I don't know. It just sucks if you don't have redemption. It seems like it's a really big nerf to your defensive capabilities, because you immediately are vulnerable to siege pushes. Yeah, as we have purple and Grey slowly building more control in the Crimea here. Yeah, as blue and yellow will have to start defending their little outpost down here, and we're still making some elite cash checks. Nice. I mean, yeah, purple is losing all his buildings down here. Yep, that's gonna get taken care of as well. But I don't think they're gonna try to land on this side anymore. I think they're just gonna go for a frontal assault through the front of the map here. There's some bombard towers everywhere. I mean, blue could be slinging yellow as well, you know. Spanish missionary can't get relics. Yeah, no, I know, right? That would be very overpowered if they could. Because they're way faster than any other monk. You could easily, like, imagine a capture the relic game and then you get Spanish. You just, literally just get a missionary and you win. Yeah, so the cash checks being sent in after the bombard cannons. I think it's actually smart for yellow to try to focus those down, because those are the units that can actually break through your walls. Those are actually dangerous. The thing is though, as we have yellow sending Woad Raiders from here. The thing is though, yellow and purple have infinite trade. They can always make more bombard cannons, always. Whereas yellow and blue can't really trade that easily. If yellow maybe tries to drop some markets here and then trade with blue somehow, That might be an idea, but it's difficult. You can't be anywhere near the shoreline. That doesn't work because you can get bombarded by the navy from purple. I'm fairly certain that as soon as gray and purple see that they're straight anywhere, they're probably going to deal with that. Any case though, the heavy camels have won the battle here against the paladins. Now I wonder if gray's going to say like, yo, I might need some help here. I might need some help. And purple is sending some vills right now. I wonder what that is for. Of course, remember, infinite trade is nice and all, but you have to protect it. Have to protect it, and yellow is getting close to breaking through here. If only he'd use his traps. If only he'd use these traps. He's giving gray a lot of time to prepare for this right now. Hey, look at that. Gray casually sending one villager to build a stable. What's going on the other side? Looks like, yeah, both players kind of making themselves ready for a siege. I like the Onager edition here. Onager are great against rams. Great against rams. Very good. And it's Gray is sending forward another army here to maybe start trying to push this back a little bit. If he can get rid of this this military base, that would be very nice. Got some scorpions right here. The traps have been brought forward now. The gates will fall. Will purple help? That's the question. Purple wasn't really interested in helping. He just wanted the resources. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. As the gates are now opened by something. Anyways, Gray throwing his units in front here to fight this. But these are fully upgraded heavy camel. Paladin should lose this. Should lose this. I mean, yellow, I think what you should do now is focus down this gate so your units can actually engage here. Because you're kind of fighting in the choke point right now. Spanish player is fairly adamant about using paladins here. It makes sense. It's beyond Conquistadors. It is his strongest unit that he has available. So yeah, we've got some raiding going on right now in especially blue's woodline is a problem, and yellow never walled this up either. He never connected his bases here. So yeah, woad raiders can find their way into blue's base, even can target down these Vitorias, and yeah, yellow's gonna have to deal with that because blue. Yeah, blue's military is down here right now. And it says still, this gate is still not down. Yellow, please, for the love of God, please. Please, batter down this gate. Like, seriously. Paladins are actually winning here because it's a choke point. Okay, finally. And now, actually, it is Gray who deletes the walls to let the Paladin out. And now it looks like the Paladins, by sheer force and number, might actually get the win here. It's still close. Yeah, but Gray can send in reinforcements. Yellow can't really do that. Yellow doesn't actually have that much to reinforce. Okay, there you go. The reinforcements are on the way. As Gray has gotten bomber cannons all the way out here and is casually taking down some buildings from Yellow. Yellow's got a lot of army. Could easily stop that if he wanted to. Is making two-handed swordsmen. Oh God, Yellow. You should know that Tatar infantry is the worst in the game, right? I mean, like, no second armor upgrade. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. I mean, for now, blue is helping here a little bit as well with some organ guns. But yeah, purple is bombarding with navy. It's hard to push this choke point without map water control. Looks like yellow at the end did end up winning that fight. But a lot of his military has gone down. And of course, Gray will just keep spamming paladins. Oh boy, oh boy. Anyone also notice that because blue also went to the Ukraine, it's now blue and yellow, which is the national flag for the Ukraine. Kind of funny. They're fighting together. Fighting together to reconquer the Crimea. Okay, well, let's not talk about that. That's probably a touchy subject for some people now, currently. I'm glad to see that blue is also, like, he's carrying his weight as well, right? Like, blue is not just sitting back and just slinging and doing nothing. He's actually making military as well to help yellow. And making some organ guns here is great against the woad raiders from purple. So purple's going to have to figure out something else here. As he's sending in more and more woad raiders, which keep getting stuck down here. Look at that. That's hilarious. I think they should maybe edit this map and make this a little bit more passable. Because right now, this is, like, insanely choke pointy. As Gray's still defending on the left side, and I wonder how long yellow can keep this up, right? Keep this up and create more units on that side. Let's see, yellow's resources does not have a lot of gold. He doesn't have a lot of gold, and remember, yellow also does not have a lot of trade. He does have a relic, I think, somewhere. Hang on, let's see if we can find a monastery for yellow. There you go. 3 relics, there you go. We have big bada booms with the archers. Still yellow and blue still holding on, even getting down this castle. So they're pushing back purple and gray. And purple and gray, definitely this is their biggest challenge yet. But still, in the end, I mean, if you look at purple score, gray scores combined is higher than it is for blue and yellow. Especially blue, he's just on very low economy right now. 43 villages. That's actually more than he had while he was defending himself. That's lots of Victorias, though. Lots of extra rest that is being brought in right now. Look at that. Kapow. There's purple finally taking out most of these organ guns. There was not a lot of meat shield in front of them. So yeah, that's a hefty loss as well for blue. She's building a bombard tower. That's good. I like that. Purple does not like that. So purple is like, nope, bombard tower denied. Although blue could easily send one of these villages to do that. I think getting a lot of bombard towers up is one of the strongest things that you can do as Portuguese. Just saying, right? Just saying. If you do play in a Diplo game and there is a Portuguese player in there, do not let them boom forever, because they will build Vitorias and they will build 1,000,000 bombard towers with the infinite resource that they get. And once they have 1,000,000 bombard towers, good luck pushing a Portuguese base. Very difficult to do. Just kill them early, because Portuguese are fairly weak early on. Fairly weak early on. You rush them down, just like happened to Red, they're not going to be much of a challenge. But once you let them boom up and get their Victoria economy going and just build bombard towers everywhere, you're just not going to really be able to do a lot of damage to them. It's, yeah, the lumber economy. As we have... Wait, do we have Kelp Paladins now? Wait, did Purple convert it or did he make it? Because there's one Kelp Paladin in here, and Tatars don't get Paladin. And Grey wouldn't have been given it to them. I think Purple got Paladin as well. I'm fairly certain he got Paladin as well, because otherwise, how does he get a Paladin? There's no other way to get it than from Grey. But then you have to enemy Grey, convert it, and then you need to ally him again, which I don't think they did. So I'm fairly certain that, that Purple also got Kelp Paladin. I love it. And yellow is being definitively ousted from the left side right now. We'll have to back up a little bit. There's paladins raiding everywhere, so it looks like the beautiful, beautiful military base for yellow will be rolled up on the left side, and yellow is being pushed back further and further into the corner. A lot of economy for blue is over here as well. Blue doesn't really know where to send his army right now. To the right, to the left. Made a lot of organ guns. Yellow still defending himself as good as he can, but these Woad Raiders are trash eaters. These halberdiers do absolutely nothing but be a useless meat shield. Literally. Literally. There's nothing that the Tatars can do with halberdiers. Yeah, it's at some point they'll probably have to back up to the main wall here. The main wall. And then the siege can finally commence. I mean, you gotta give it to them. You gotta give it to them. Purple and Grey have had a hard time pushing blue and yellow because they've been defending quite well. But yeah, if Grey starts to close in on the left... You know, all the extra resources and wood that will be gone. Remember that the yellow is going to start running out of wood soon here. You know, he has some wood lines available still, but he's going to start running out of wood at some point. Definitely going to start running out of wood. And blue is down to 21 villagers again, because all these villagers over here went down. The blue wants to get a castle up to defend himself, but yeah, that castle will just go down again to the rams, to the onagers and things like that. Yeah, I think that's a doubt castle. Now it's blue with the doubt castle. Doubt. Oh god, okay, well that will be down. That's a waste of stone. Yeah, blue realizing that as well deletes it because he knows he's never going to get it up anyways. Didn't get a whole lot of stone from that anyway. Onagers behind walls, very, very nice to defend yourself against siege rams. But of course, the downside is that you also hit your own walls. So eventually your walls will go down and you'll have to repair them, like yellow is doing right now. And just look at this line, this line of Woad Raiders, man. I love it. Just look at it. There's so many Woad Raiders being created and being sent to the front. It's crazy. Purple raiding everything right now as yeah, Grey is getting closer and closer and closer. I think yellow trying to kill most of the bombard cannons. They actually get a bunch of them. There's only one remaining right now, but in the end the paladins will still rule supreme here, or reign supreme. Will the Ukraine hold? Literally, blue and yellow. Will they hold, or will this be the end for Conrad and Saltvander as they're getting pushed more and more into their own base now? The main wall has been breached as Yellow is trying to wall this up again, trying to keep himself safe, trying to keep the Void Raiders out of his base. Remember, there's still layers of wall here that Yellow can rely on if he actually finishes these walls. You know, has Bombard Towers to protect himself, but yeah. This is a very important region for Yellow as well, because that's where a lot of his production buildings are right now. But Yellow has no gold. Yellow has very little gold right now. Whereas Purple and Gray have all the gold in the world. Especially Gray has a lot of gold. Doesn't have to worry about anything here. Oh, Purple is still throwing Woad Raiders at this mass of Halberdiers. And again, the Halberdiers don't do anything. But what they do here is keep this Woad Raiders in one place so the Onagers can squash them. And that is useful in itself as well. So many men have given their lives in front of these walls right here. It's been a slogging fest for Purple and Gray to try to break through. And they still haven't done it. But again, Gray is getting closer and closer to the left here. And if pressure starts being exerted on the left side of Yellow's base, is he going to be able to hold this entire front by himself? Because again, Blue has some organ guns, but I think Blue is going to lose all his castles as well. These are Blue's castles and Victoria's. You can't keep rebuilding these. That's Blue. As Yellow still fighting against the Paladins, but again, as oh boy, now the Celt player is sending in Halberdiers on the left side as well. So you have Purple also applying pressure on the left side now, just as he's not doing it anymore on the right side. Oh well. Gotta love it though. You know, I've seen Gray has kept a bunch of Paladins around here for the entire game. He hasn't really used them at all, so I'm not really sure what these are actually done. I noticed them last time, but they're just standing there. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Purple and Gray are... They are so confident about the position. They still haven't walled anything. They still haven't even protected most of their shore. It's looking fairly good for them. They are both top score right now. Yeah, and Yellow and Blue, they're defending admirably, but they don't have gold. There's no win condition here. Like, how do you push this? How do you push this back? They're barely holding on right now. As Blue keeps losing more and more of his economy, the Paladins now making it towards the left side of Blue's base. Lots of organs are going to go down here. Once the bombard cannons make it here as well, buildings will go down, Victorias will go down. If Blue cannot make organ guns, there's not much he can do anymore. I think at this point, if you are Blue, right? I mean, maybe it's a bit too late for that already, but I think as Blue and Yellow, I think the best option you have right now, get a dock up, get a transport ship up, transport to the other side, try to snipe. I mean, Gray's going to be difficult, but Purple is right here in this tower. This should be doable. Send an army over here, just a bunch of knights, right? A bunch of knights, cavalry archers, you know, or something like that. Put the cavalry archers right there, make the knights kill this. You know, even take a trap if you need to. If you're fast enough, you should be able to kill Purple here. I think that is maybe your best win condition. I wonder if Blue and Yellow are going to think about that. Because if they don't, I think Purple and Gray are going to be able to push this back and push right in here. As Purple now renewing his assault on the main gates here. Still onagers to protect for Yellow. As Yellow tries to get the rams to the gate. To the walls as well. Starting to break through as well. But yeah, of course, the rams will go down to the onagers as well. Or well, the halberdiers actually. As a hole is made. Another hole is made. And I wonder if Yellow's going to be able to patch this one up again. It's a good question. As Purple is adamant about sending in more and more Woad Raiders and Rams right now. Lots of castles to produce them from as well. They don't have to walk as much as they had to before. Blue's still holding on a little bit on the left side, but yeah, Gray is getting closer and closer, bringing forward stables as well, and the Paladin production will be a lot more efficient. Forward castle. And Yellow is still defending the choke point. Nice shot there on the Halberdiers. Let's not click those, because I don't want my game to crash right now. I don't want it to crash. Oh boy. I mean, this is like the dream, right? The noob's dream, like to sit behind a fortified wall with bombard towers and siege, and you're just defending against hordes and hordes of the enemy. You know, desperately, valiantly defending your wives and your children and your husbands, and like, you know, keeping them safe as long as you can. But you know that inevitably the evil horde will break through your walls. It's fun. It's fun. It's a bit of role playing. And again, yellow is still holding. He's still holding. He's trying to get the gates up. The ram's slowly making his way through, targeting the archers as well. That's good. One bomber tower that might go down. There you go. Bomber tower crumbling before the rams. Yellow still trying to defend the choke point with lots of hussars. But remember, all of yellow's production is going into this choke point right now. Nothing going to the left, which means that if purple and gray wanted to, they could start pushing this right now. Man, this is like a benchmark test over here. That's what this is. That's what this is. If you don't know, benchmark test, you know, the thing you have to do to get into the ranked, to be allowed to play ranked. Because your computer has to be up to snuff, and it just plays a random scene between AI battling 4v4 and post-imp. Yeah, I like to compare stuff like that to this. Lots of stuff going on. Purple losing so many units. Yellow losing so many units. Yellow just spamming and spamming and spamming, trying to hold himself on as long as he can, trying to re-wall these walls up as well, keeping this little corner, this little choke point alive. And he's doing it for now. He's doing it for now with hussars and Tatara halberdiers, a few organ guns behind as well. As gray now inching close to the left. And this is the problem. This is the problem. Yellow and blue are using all their might to hold on here, to hold this front. The thing is though, they can't hold two fronts. They just can't. They don't have the pop for it. They just do not have the pop. Like if you look at the population for both players here, for yellow it is 172, for blue it is 244. Remember, there's a lot of Praetorias as well. It's, yeah. As soon as gray starts attacking this, you know, if purple just keeps distracting yellow on this side, I think if gray starts pushing the left, how do you hold this? How do you hold this against the bombard cannons? Against the paladins that will just run in here? I do not know. I do not know. I think if the time for transporting units over has probably passed at this point. Yeah. And yellow and blue just have to kind of think about them, like, what's our win condition here? Do we have a possibility to push out here? Because if you're just going to be defending forever, the defender always loses. Always loses. It's the law of war. You cannot win by defending. Unless you bore your attacker so much that they resign. Which is not really an honorable way to win, honestly. That's it. At some point, you have to counterattack. You have to counterattack at some point. Stop the attacker at his home base. The only way to win. And the question is, yellow and blue need to ask themselves, do we see ourselves attacking purple and gray at any point here? You know, like, is there maybe a window in which we can break through? As we have Celt Paladin, let's go! No final armor upgrade and no bloodlines, but they're still paladins. Yeah! Yeah, as yellow's production is lessened a little bit. As on the left side, yeah, blue's still defending here right now, but he's losing castles, and that's a big deal because blue needs those castles to produce his organ guns from. You know, he's been building further and further into yellow's base as well. And blue's fate is intimately tied with that of yellow, but it looks like purple has finally broken through. The walls here. The floodgates are open. Yellow has not enough pop here to hold this little choke point now. The Celtic horde is making its way into Yellowstown now, ready to plunder its spoils and riches. And there you have it. There you have it. The town has... For all intents and purposes, has probably fallen. I mean, in medieval warfare, often case when the walls were breached, that's usually when a city would fall. You know, with a fortress it was different because you usually had multiple layers of walls, right? That could be defended, and even a citadel could be defended much longer than the rest of the fortress. But in a city, that's not usually how it worked. Nope. Yeah, and now you see that the attack from purple can fan out. The rams can actually do some damage, take down crucial production buildings. Purple just keeps sending in more and more troops here. Gray was attacking on this side. You know, the attack on this side has been repelled, but barely. Has anyone tried to counterattack here? No, I'm not seeing any units counterattacking. So nope. As Yellow's still desperately trying to defend, but as soon as the bombard towers and the castles will go down, this entire part of your production is completely open. Your farming economy is completely open as well. You know, you're out of wood as well. There's no wood to be taken on any side except on the right, which is a wood line you will lose at some point if and when purple sends in the units. And now you got champions as well. Geld champions fully upgraded, killing trash. We got some step lancers in there. Let's go! Not gonna save you though, not gonna save you. The organ guns for blue have gone down, and without that, how does yellow stop this giant massive military right now? Blue's still trying to reinforce on the left, but as he does that, purple and gray will just attack the no, he's trying to reinforce the right, so as he does that, purple and gray will attack the left, and this is good, applying pressure on multiple points at the same time. Making it difficult for your opponent to respond to this, as Woad Raiders run in further and further and further, and yellow responds by building the last few guard towers that he can build. Doesn't really have the rest for much else. Doesn't have stone, doesn't have a lot of gold. Has some wooden food to keep spamming halberdiers, but is that going to save you? I fear not, as the monastery is right there as well. And yeah, blue is realizing it is going to call the GG here. And yeah, so does yellow, because they know they're dead. They know they're dead. So yellow and blue tapping out here. They were not able to hold the Ukraine, and the city of Saltvender has fallen. After what a fight though. What a fantastic siege down there. It took everything that purple and gray had to break the spirit of the blue and yellow defenders. But in the end, they have victored. And the key here was applying pressure from multiple fronts. If they had just been attacking this little choke point here the entire time, I'm pretty sure that yellow and blue would have been able to hold that much longer. But because they were attacking on the left side at the same time, they were dividing yellow's attention especially, and later also blue's attention down here. And that was the key. That was the key. GG. Now the question is, what are purple and gray gonna do? Are we gonna ride off into the sunset together, or will they fight? As we're still waiting for yellow to resign here. You might say, oh, yellow is griefing. But honestly, after this giant fight, it's only courteous to give your opponents the chance to actually raise your town to the ground. That is the fun part of conquering after all. Like the satisfying part when you have vanquished your opponent and you can destroy his town. Har har har. Now, gray, take that tower and kill Taylor Swift. That is exactly what I was thinking. Remember that purple, his king is still right there. That is not safe. That's not safe whatsoever. Gray's king is right here between Bombard Tower. If it does come to a war between gray and purple, gray could easily kill purple, whereas the same could not be said for purple. So purple is sending a lot of pop right here. I am not seeing that much pop from gray, actually. Where's gray making military right now? He's not making any military at the moment, actually. He has some paladins over here, though. We should really be checking for that, because I haven't been talking, actually. I haven't been talking. This is about the time when usually allies, when they're winning, they start talking at this point, like, so, what do we do? Like the little awkward thing where you kind of, you want the other player to basically say, you basically want to ask, are we going to fight or not? Which you usually don't want to ask your allies, because, well, that doesn't work, but, you don't want to declare war if you don't have to, obviously. As yellow is still trying to hold on, sniping the bomber cannons. Yellow is still, he said GG, he knows he's dead, but he's still holding on as long as he can, keeping his king alive as long as he can. But this ram will get the castle down. There's no doubt about it. And once that happens, there's nowhere to run anymore. Nowhere to run. Yeah, the paladins are being sent in as well as soon as the king ejects. As soon as the king ejects. Oh, blue's king is in there as well, actually, but blue's already resigned, so that's, wait, where's yellow's king, then? Wait, if that wasn't yellow's king, where's yellow's king? Oh, okay, yellow's gonna try to run with it. Yellow's gonna try to run. Okay, well, come on, yellow, you fought a good game. It's time for an honorable surrender here. It's time for an honorable surrender. Just send your king to the front and say, GG, well played, here's my king, I surrender my people. Because see, now by not giving up, your people suffers more needlessly. Come on, yellow. It's the honorable thing to do. Stand it in, have a Woad Raider kill you and you're dead. And yellow is still intent on fighting here. But now, okay. Purple is like, okay, well, this is taking way too long. Let's send in the military here. Where's that king gone? And purple find it, and the king will go down. And GG, yellow has gone down as well. Nice. And oh boy, yeah, this is what you were saying. Allied victory says purple, and gray says no. Gray says no. He's like, screw your allied victory. Thanks for helping me get the win. That's a nice king you got there. And look at that, the bomber cannons. Gray was so prepared for this. That many bomber cannons? No. And purple's probably like, you bastard. Save the king, runs into the castle, but look at that, 7 bomber cannons. The king will be ejected. Purple will go down here. Can he get it to the other castle though? He's trying to. I think he will make it. And into the castle. Maybe purple didn't see it. Oh no, purple, he didn't see it. You did say it. GG. Kablam. And gray, after basically using Taylor Swift, breaks up with her in the most epic of fashions. Is like, this is my win. I am fairly certain that Taylor Swift is definitely going to write a song about this breakup. She usually does that. It'd be cool to hear her write a song about Age of Empires, honestly. But GG. It was a good game. A little slow to get going, but man, did it erupt into a giant battle between North and South. And in this one, the South actually won here. Man, what an epic siege this was, though. Like, yellow and blue, like, bosses for holding on like they did. They really did a great job. I think maybe if they had managed to get a transport in and basically do what gray just did, but then, you know, sneakily, right? That would have been really good as well. But, yeah, in the end, gray gets his win by... Now, I mean, recognizing the Purple's king was an easy target, that he had the superior military that was, well, at least Spanish paladins is easier to mobilize and easier to get over here, right? Although, honestly, I'm fairly certain, yeah, Gray was definitely ready for this. Had been making some bomber cannons down here, was sending them down to the right, and as soon as Purple got that kill, Gray was on his way to kill Purple. Yeah. I'm sorry, Taylor Swift, that's what you get for trusting your boy, huh? If we don't have a betray, it's not a Diplo game. I agree. The betrayal is part of Diplo as well. Diplomacy involves betrayal as well. You can't always stick with all your allies to the end. That's difficult for me. I don't like to betray people, actually. I love betraying people, but sometimes you have to. Although in this case, I mean, Gray didn't really have to betray Purple, but the thing is, he could. And the Realpolitik says, if you can get away with it, if it is just a means to an end, then why not do it, right? Now Gray has the victory for himself. Yeah, it was a good game nonetheless, though. I really enjoyed that. Have a look at the statistics, because I want to see the KD. Are you ready? Bam. Alrighty. 1,734 kills for Purple. Lost 1,875. Yellow killed 1,583. Blue killed 1,043. And Gray killed 1,123. And look at that. The rest of the players barely killed anything with their unit. It was really just these 4 players that really fought for the longest time. Wow, that's crazy. That was a giant battle there at the end. My god. Looking at the economy, a great economy here for Taylor Swift, man. He couldn't win against player 4, it's true. Yeah, great economy for Taylor Swift. She definitely knows how to manage her eco, that's for sure. Lots of gold collected by Gray, because Gray traded way more than Purple did. That one was definitely true. Look at Blue also slinging Yellow, very good. That was one of the reasons why Yellow was able to stay alive as long as he did, because Blue slinging him rest was very important there. 24 total castles for Taylor Swift. Gotta love it, man. Geld, Woad Raider spam any day. Blue actually made it to 192 villagers at some point. Craziness. Relic gold, 30,000. Wait, there is 11 relics on this map? What? Hold on a second. There is 11 relics on this map. What? That's crazy. That's so many relics. 8 relics here, and then 2 relics here, and then 1 over here. Yeah, 11 relics. MVP is still broken. Oh, did it do it wrong again? Who's the MVP? Ah, how is Teal an MVP? Game, come on. Come on. Like, I mean, nothing against Teal, but how can he be the MVP? I mean, for one, he didn't win, and two, he didn't survive until the end. He wasn't fighting a lot. Like, look at the score. It's so weird, man. It's so weird how that happens. Yeah, they should probably fix that. Otherwise, that tag becomes a little bit, kind of meaningless, really. Like, if it just gets doled out to random people, like, it should stand for something. I mean, like, most valuable player should probably be the person that either, like, did the most militarily or had the best economy. You know, you could do it like that. Kind of like how like, games like Counter-Strike do it, where it's like, this guy got the most kills, and this guy made the most bombs, and, like, crap like that. You know, like... yeah, he played fine, but it's not the same as MVP. Yeah, true that. True. I mean, if you compare this, right? Look at that. Yeah. Gotta love this timeline, though. Gotta love the timeline. Lots of epic battles going on. Battle events, as they call them. Blue also doing a good job rebooming after he got killed. Yellow holding on as long as he could. But yeah, at the end, you saw more and more purple and gray got an edge over yellow and blue, and at the end it was just there was just no hope. GG. Well, that was an epic game, wasn't it? G to the G.